What's up, guys? Kelly McKay here, aka HVAC Millionaire, right here on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell, hit the like button, and leave me a comment below. Today I'm going to talk about before we go into summer, because you've got a little bit of time here. Not much, because the weather is turning, but let's go through our expenses. Let's make sure that anything that we're paying money for, if it's not directly relating to us being more efficient or earning more money in our business, or making things, or saving a ton of time, which can equal some money, right? So if we're spending money on things that aren't doing that for us, then we probably don't need them. And so I want you to look for ways to cut some expenses that just were one of those things where, you know, it's always one of those things where if you're doing pretty well, if you and I went to Vegas and I had $100 and you had $10, right? I've got more to lose. Like, I've got more to lose, so I'm willing to bet more. And that's what happens in our businesses is as we start seeing a little bit of success, we start betting a little more money and a little more money on the different things that we think will improve our business. And what happens is that can get out of control. And before you know it, you've got $50 charges, $75 charges, $150 charges, $300 charges per month that you're spending that you have no idea what the return on that investment is. So if you don't know, well, start measuring it the best you can, start measuring it. And if it doesn't make sense, let's get rid of it, because that way we can maximize this summer and make sure that we have as much money as possible when the summer ends, so that if something else happens in the world or we have a really slow month, it's not debilitating. And there's not so much stress that you have to carry as a business owner. So be sure to go through and look at your financial statements. One of the things that I'll tell you is if you're currently the bookkeeper also in your business, if you're small and you're trying to do the bookkeeping also, that should be one of the first things you need to delegate. Like, get rid of that. Your business and you and your attention and activity needs to be driven on two things, actually. First, marketing, because you got to put yourself out there. People need to know that you exist. Grant Cardone says that obscurity is like the number one reason businesses fail. People just don't know about you. Even if you live in a very small town like I do, like the very small town that we live in, there's a good deal of people, regardless of how long we've been in business, for 14 years, still don't know we exist. And that's just our fault, my fault, for not doing a good enough job at marketing our company and really putting ourselves out there. Your job as the business owner is to market your company and sales. That's it. Marketing and sales, that's where 100% of your attention in the first several years needs to be focused on. Not that you're not going to wear a whole bunch more hats. Like, you're going to be, the installer, you're going to be the salesman, you're going to be or comfort consultant, you're going to be the billing and collecting department, you're going to be the hiring, the HR department, those kinds of things. Like, you're going to wear a lot of those hats. You're going to be the CSR. You're going to be answering the phones, most likely. But bookkeeping is one thing that if you screw that up and you don't get your taxes paid properly, then you can get in a lot of trouble really fast. And that's the last thing I want for you, because then you're going to feel so burdened by the tax debt and the penalties that you can't, you're not going to focus what you should be focusing on, which is marketing and sales, marketing your business and selling. Without sales, no business exists, period. Not a single business out there exists or lives for long at all, which is why there's probably such a high rate of failure in businesses. 80%, something like that, 85% in the first 5 years. And believe it or not, 97% of businesses never hit $1 million in revenue, including HVAC businesses. So even with our high cost of goods sold, because our equipment is so expensive, we still, as HVAC business owners, when you first get started, if you can make it through those first several years, don't hit $1 million. So that is reality. Love you guys. Sorry I haven't been on here much. I've been really focusing on the coaching program and focusing on my business. So haven't had time to do this or made time, but I figured I'd shoot you a short video today, and I hope it was valuable. Be sure to focus on marketing and sales. That's my main message, and watch those expenses. Let's cut them out. Let's do what needs to be done to have the best summer possible. Because if we can do that, then it makes the slower months a lot easier. Once you get up, you know, there's always Brian Tracy. So he's like a sales guru, trainer. He's getting up there in age now, but I just love Brian Tracy. You know, he's so full of wisdom. And if you've never heard of him, you know, he's got, I don't know how many books. Read a couple of his books, watch him on YouTube here. But he says that we're either, you got to have some cash reserves. I can tell you that. Cash reserves. And the reason for that is same thing what Brian Tracy says. He says you're either in a crisis, just got out of a crisis, or you're getting ready to go into a crisis, right? And that can be from multiple angles. Who knows what it might be, what the next crisis might be. But it's nice to have some cash reserves to make sure that you make it through those unscathed, you know, so you can go on and go crush it the next summer and crush it in the next winter. And so we have to basically, I do believe as a business owner, and I don't mean this in a negative way, but I do believe that there's a certain amount of, I don't know if you'd call it paranoia. I think I've read where somebody was talking about this before. That should kind of be there. Like there's some level of paranoia, but I think it's got to be a healthy level of paranoia, right? So a healthy level of paranoia that ensures that you're going to stash enough money away and make sure that if the next crisis happens, you're prepared. So, but one of the things that I can tell you is if you're not taking care of your taxes properly, if you're doing your own bookkeeping, I'm not saying it can't be done. There's lots of people who have done it, but I just don't recommend it. It's not gonna, especially for a small business, it's not gonna cost you hardly anything to get a bookkeeper because you just don't do that much business yet. But this allows you and frees up your time at night to either spend with your family or plan strategically for your next move and how you're gonna continue to market your business and sell more. We have a coaching program that helps people get to that $1 million and beyond. We're having tremendous success with our students. We'll be putting together some testimonial videos for those people. So every week, you know, we put a tremendous amount. We meet together as a group, and it's really cool to meet with like-minded business owners who want to grow. So if that's something you're interested in, be sure to click the link below, watch the video, book a call with me or the other coach, and let's talk because we can help you get there without question. Love you guys. Let you go for now. Go make money. Boom.